Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video as we are moving through these potent times, quite chaotic times for many of us. Currently what's happening, a lot of cleansing is happening, so you may feel a bit more tired these days. If you feel a little bit more tired these days, it's because a new wave of cleansing, internal cleansing, the energy cleansing is happening during these days. Sun just entered into the zodiac sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio is this watery transformational sign. It's really transformational. That's why it's more sensitive. People who are born in Scorpio are usually much more sensitive, much more aware of emotions, much more aware of their thoughts, positive, negative thoughts. They have well-developed awareness, and it's a powerful sign that encourages us to really let our bodies to do the work. Our DNA is healing by itself if we allow it to heal. If we allow ourselves to calm down our stress responses, to calm down our nervous system, and just go with this process of healing. You know, if you take more breaks in a day, you will notice that your body is doing the work by itself. If you relax more often, if you get away from people who are kind of introducing you to certain toxic behaviors or whatever you may describe as something negative, just get away for some time, you know, and deal with your own life. It doesn't mean that you should just ignore them, but deal with your own life. Take some daily breaks and, you know, pay attention to yourself. You're firstly living for yourself, and it may sound quite selfish, but, you know, we are carrying within generational traumas. Science is saying that within our DNA we have for 16 generations of epigenetic memory. So think about your 16 generations of ancestors, how much they knew how to deal with fears, how to deal with traumas, how to deal with all that negativity, if we say that way, and how much today we are actually exposed to powerful and potential tools that can allow us to move through this process. So we're doing a great work for the generational healing. We're kind of breaking the chains of the past and starting a chain of a positive momentum of a new future. Many of us are shifting to a new frequency, starting a new earth. We're building the fundamental pillar of a new age, a golden age. We're going into this kind of direction. So you have to remind yourself that you're embarking on a life of abundance, that what you're beginning is opening streams of endless wealth, endless opportunities, endless joy, endless passion, endless creativity. That's what you're stepping in. So what you're doing is changing the world for the better. So keep expressing your beautiful soul. Keep expressing yourself through your work, through whatever you do that helps you to heal. For some people, it's making music. For some people, it's painting. For some people, it's drawing. And for some people, it's doing researches. I have a friend who's a scientist. He's deeply drawn into chemistry. And that's where he's expressing his soul. He's doing different researches and designing different food supplements that can, you know, bring a lot of, let's say, new products to the market that are healthy, that are natural, that are pure. So all of us may find ourselves in a certain position where we just recognize this is what I want to do. This is what feels like a natural attraction for me. Like for me, it's painting and making this video. So for today's video, I want to give you a few examples how to protect your energy during these potent times. Especially right now on October 28th, we will have a powerful full moon. And you may feel right now like the energy is a bit denser. It's because from within for many of us, it's coming to the surface what needs to come to the surface, like certain traumatic memories or something that is unresolved. Sometimes we can't identify what's coming up, but we just feel like we have to rest a little bit more, or we have to, chill a little bit more. If you feel like that, know that it's okay. Know that that's what you have to do. Your body always says to you what you need, but you have to make sure that you stay also active and purposeful. So, for example, wake up early and do a workout, and then through the day, listen to yourself. And if you will feel like you need to make more breaks than usually, do them. And most probably you will notice that actually when you take a break, you give yourself an opportunity to listen to your intuition. When you are resting, when your mind is resting, and when your nervous system is resting, you open up a doorway to your intuitive insights. In ancient alchemy, they called these moments of clarity and realizations, they called this information that came to us as crystallized thoughts, also known as angels or whispers of angels. Those are crystallized thoughts that come to us when we allow ourselves to listen. So, for example, when I don't know what kind of video to make or what kind of topic to share with you, I go into meditation and I in tune with those crystallized thoughts. And when I start making videos, this crystallized thought starts talking to me, through me actually. You're hearing that. So that's what starts happening when we allow ourselves to listen. That's why so much of this information resonates with you. And sometimes you just feel like you needed to hear it because it came to you at the right time. So work on protecting your energy. And to protect your energy, it's not actually something like protecting yourself while you're walking through a certain dangerous zone street. It's more like nourishing yourself, being aware of your well-being and making sure that it stays well managed, right? Like, for example, when you stop judging yourself, you recognize that you stop wasting your mental energy. When you are judging yourself, you're actually hurting yourself. Have you noticed that? When you're judging others, you're hurting yourself, because what arises within you is a sense of feeling better than others, which means that deep inside you believe that they are worse than yourself. So you're already competing and comparing yourself with others. And to stop that nonsense, stop judging others. And if you talk about others, talk about their beautiful parts, talk about their positive aspect. And if you want to acknowledge certain negative aspects because you want to acknowledge what their behaviors awaken within you, be objective, don't be emotional. Because sometimes when we are judging, we soon become emotional and we want to raise ourselves beyond them and to feel better than them. And that is what is wasting a lot of our energy. And after that, it's like we've poisoned ourselves by our own will. So stop judging others. Also, what I mentioned before, stay active and purposeful. This is a great way to protect your energy during this time. Find activities that awaken a sense of purpose within you. Many of you already have something. Many of you are already doing something that feels purposeful, like doing art or helping someone or expressing yourself or researching yourself or getting better at something, like improving certain skills, becoming more skillful, learning something, studying certain subjects, whatever gives you a sense of purpose. Sometimes when we're at the beginning of this journey of self-realization and self-awakening, we get deep into certain subjects, usually spiritual subjects, certain books, and this already becomes something purposeful. Like we start remembering certain information. When we are reading these books, sometimes it feels like we're not learning something new, we are actually remembering what we already knew. So we are kind of getting to know this process better, how this soul remembering is happening, right? Also, stay away, as I mentioned before, stay away from people who drain your energy. If you notice that you're still surrounded with many people who drain your energy, and sometimes people say, yeah, well, but what if those are my family members and I can't stay away from them? Well, learn to set boundaries. Learn to say, well, today I will be, I don't know, in my room, or I will be outside, or set certain boundaries that will allow you to be with yourself. And when you are with yourself, then stop complaining, oh, they did this and they're so mean towards me or whatever. Don't mind about it. Focus on what you love to do. Focus on what matters to you, and learn to redirect your attention. This is the most important skill right now, because our attention is so easily drawn to all kinds of different things. Like, we see on the world, a lot of darkness is happening, but it's up on us. Will we focus on the darkness that is happening, or will we focus on the new creation that is happening? Also, many great bright things are coming out. A lot of great information is coming out. A lot of new insights and science, and so much of new stuff is coming out. And it's up on us where we focus on. Sure, wars are happening and many innocent people are dying and getting hurt. But if we're just watching that, we'll just feel worse and worse. We can send some prayers to there if we are affected by it, or if you notice that it's wrong, because it is. There's a lot of darkness happening. Rather than complaining about it or feeling, sympathizing around it, awaken your empathy and compassion and send some love to these areas, but then refocus to somewhere where you can actually start to feel helpful in society. And sure, if you start doing something today, you will not feel helpful immediately, but you know that you start working on something that will be helpful in the future. Like, for example, when I've started painting, I had no idea that it will be leading me to where I am today. But I just felt like I want to start expressing myself. So focus on something productive, something constructive, something that recharges you when you're doing it. Right? Have you experienced that? When you do something you love, it recharges you. More you do it, more you feel alive. That's the power of being a portal of this creative force. And creative force is not serving us just in art. It is serving us in anything we find meaningful, purposeful, and powerful, helpful. Something that makes us more helpful in society. And that is something that really helps us to protect our energy, because rather than being constantly distracted by what's happening, we actually wake up with this strong will to do more of what awakens love within ourselves, like to create more, to give more, to learn more, to help more, to love even more, and so on and so on. That's how we protect our energy, and at this time this is really, really important. Then practice meditation, my friends. Have actually a certain routine that is just for meditation, if possible at the same time every single day. That is really powerful, because firstly, we train our bodies that this is the time for my inner research. This is the time for my inner quietness, and body will adapt to it. Body is like an animal. On biological level, body is like an animal. And when you decide that a certain time in a day is for your meditation, also body will get used to it. And it will be much less effort for you to get into this calm state where you connect to something divine, right? Body will used to it. So practice meditation daily. If you think you don't have time, you should meditate even more. If you have time, meditate. Have longer meditations. Challenge yourself a little bit and actually develop a passion for your inner research. You will notice that there's still so much you don't know about yourself, and sometimes it gets uncomfortable, but if you stay with yourself, you will notice that at some point, body will let go of this resistance, and your mind will shut off. Emotions will completely calm down, and what will happen, a strong release of energy will awaken within you. If you do it consistently, you will experience magic within your body. And from this point on, we can start cultivating a greater, more constructive and positive mindset that is based on something we're building. Like, my energy is stronger than anything that comes my way. Whatever I do succeeds. I am prosperous. I am powerful. I am strong. Develop a positive mindset because it will help you to deal with daily challenges. When you start to see everything as it is only helping you to become the greatest version of yourself, you stop complaining. And that is a powerful shift that we can do, especially right now at these times. You will notice that actually whatever is happening in your life is only teaching you to become the greatest version, right? All people in your life are just teaching you to forgive them. Because forgiveness is always for yourself. By forgiving others, you're freeing yourself. And sure, I know in my past I couldn't believe that. I would say, well, whatever. But now I know, and I've experienced that so many times in my meditations when I have something or I had something with a certain person. Now I just forgive. I say thank you for the lessons and I will move on with my life. I notice within me something will free itself and I will feel lighter. So forgiveness is always for yourself. And once you know that, you recognize you're cleansing your own inner space. And another thing that helps you to cleanse your own inner space is to cleanse your outer space. Where you are right now, it's a great time to cleanse it up, to, make it a little bit more pleasant to be in. Put some paintings on the wall. And we are actually running a super unique sale, 20 off to all of my art. You can find the link in the description of this video. So you can charge your place with some vibrant art that will bring a creative force into your home. And if any of my painting resonates with you, it's a sign that it's for you. So cleanse your space and set some new, vision board for your life. So you know what you're working on. So every time you look at it, it will raise your energy because it's not about wanting it and wishing for it to happen. It's about being it, becoming it, knowing that things come to you when you're walking towards them, right? The universe conspires to make things happen for you when you know exactly what you want and when you're willing to do what it takes to get there. So you need to know what it takes. And sometimes what it takes is to take some risks. Sometimes it's to say no to your pleasure so you can say yes to your heart. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we have to make some sacrifices. And I've learned that in my life because, it's not always easy for me to make these videos. I'm not always inspired and all blessed up. Sometimes I feel like, today I don't want to do anything, but I know it's my responsibility to show up and to give a message to you because I know many of you may be on much darker places and I know that my energy can lift many of you up. So it's my responsibility to do that. And once we recognize that this is our responsibility, following our hearts, it's our responsibility. Doing what is right, it's our responsibility. So remind yourself that. What Dalai Lama once said is truly powerful. He said, in today's world, where we are increasingly dependent on each other, individuals and nations can no longer solve some problems by themselves. That's why we need each other all the more. We must develop an awareness of universal responsibility. It is our collective and individual responsibility to protect and care for our planetary family, to support its smaller members, and to preserve and protect the environment in which we live. And that is something that is so true. If we want to protect and preserve the environment in which we live, we have to develop this sense of righteousness. And actually, if you notice, if you become more righteous, it will actually protect a lot of your energy because you will notice that you will not invest it into whatever. You will only invest it into what is right. And that will not just help you to strengthen your will and to make you more grounded, it will also strengthen your etheric body, your energy body, and you will start to feel more aligned with your intuitive insights, with your higher self. Because on higher levels, it's like, why to waste high energy with individuals who are not righteous, who are not walking in integrity? So those people actually need to come to us through their ascension. And once they ascend and they open up and they embody responsibility and righteousness and integrity, then we can work together. That's how it feels on higher levels. So it's up on you to ascend and to open up and to embody this sense of integrity, that actually you are here to create a change, and the world can change. The world can't change, my friend, without you becoming the change. So this is something that can really help you right now to protect your energy. And before reacting, my friend, always think deeper. Think deeper until clarity appears, and you will notice that many of your reactions will actually become conscious responses, and it will prevent you from having some negative effects, and it will actually create a momentum of more positive ones. So, my friend, I hope you found something valuable today. Once again, we are running this unique sale, 20 off to all of my art, which is super great. So go and check out our Etsy store, I Draw My Passion. The link is in the description of this video. Thank you so much for your support. With that, you're supporting this mission. Also, leave a comment of gratitude down below. Let's raise some energy there. And till next time, much love.